Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up, the place where we dive deep into the latest cars hitting the streets, testing every angle, every curve, and every feature that makes them stand out. Today we've got something that has been making waves around the world, and it's one of the boldest moves yet from BYD. Yes, we're talking about the 2026 BYD Shark 6. A truck that wants to shake up not only the electric scene but also the midsize pickup segment as a whole. We're going to take you through everything you need to know, from the first impression when you see it on the road, to the feeling of stepping inside, to the driving performance that tells you whether it's just another stylish EV or a real competitor in the market. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. When you first approach the BYD Shark 6, it makes its presence known immediately. It doesn't shy away with subtle lines or hide its size, it embraces it. The front end greets you with a bold, upright stance that looks like a modern mix between rugged utility and futuristic design. The headlights are slim, high-tech LED units that stretch across the front fascia, almost like a pair of sharp eyes focused straight ahead. Between them sits a grille treatment that's not really a grille in the traditional sense since this is an electrified truck, but BYD cleverly gave it a sculpted panel with a mesh-like texture and a prominent badge in the center. It gives the impression of airflow even though it doesn't need to gulp down as much air as a combustion engine. The lower bumper is aggressive, with functional vents that help with cooling, and you'll also notice the skid plate style detailing that emphasizes the truck's adventurous DNA. Standing in front of it, the Shark 6 projects both confidence and sophistication, the kind of design that tells you BYD is aiming directly at established names like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and even Rivian's R1T in terms of design presence. Swing around to the side and the Shark 6 continues to impress. The body proportions are well thought out, with a balanced cab-to-bed ratio that makes it look sleek without losing utility. The wheel arches are squared off, muscular, and filled with large alloy wheels wrapped in all-terrain rubber that hints at its off-road capability. The sharp character lines along the doors add movement, giving the impression of forward momentum even when standing still. The side mirrors are large, practical, and packed with modern tech like integrated cameras for the 360-degree system. The ground clearance is generous, giving you confidence that this is not just a city cruiser but something you can take off the beaten path. The side step is neatly integrated, not sticking out awkwardly, which adds both usability and clean design. Looking at it from this angle, you realize the Shark 6 isn't trying to be just another EV with a truck body. It's genuinely a truck first, one that respects the proportions and stance people expect in this segment. Now when you move to the rear, the design language becomes even more interesting. The tailgate is bold with the BYD name stretched wide across, reminding you of the branding trend we've seen with other manufacturers. The taillights are connected with a full-width light bar that gives a futuristic touch and makes it instantly recognizable at night. The bumper is rugged, with integrated steps for easier access to the bed, and yes, the bed itself is functional and practical, with tie-down points, a power outlet, and even the option for clever storage solutions. One clever feature worth pointing out is the modularity. The bed can be customized with accessories for work or leisure, something that adds flexibility for owners. The Shark 6 doesn't just end with a clean cut at the back, it carries its design details all the way around, ensuring that whether someone is following you on the highway or watching you pull into a trailhead, they know they're looking at something modern, purposeful, and stylish. Opening the door and stepping inside is where BYD once again shows just how far they've come in interior design. The cabin is modern, tech-heavy, and premium in a way you might not expect from a brand once known mainly for affordability. As you settle into the driver's seat, you're greeted by a large central touchscreen that serves as the command hub for almost everything from navigation to entertainment to vehicle settings. The graphics are crisp, the responsiveness is quick, and the interface is designed with simplicity in mind. Although there is a learning curve if you're new to touch-based systems, behind the steering wheel sits a digital instrument cluster that is fully customizable, giving you real-time data about range, power usage, and off-road stats if you're venturing into tougher terrain. The steering wheel itself is chunky, multifunctional, and feels good in the hands, reminding you that this is a truck that wants to balance comfort with toughness. The materials used throughout the cabin are impressive. Soft touch surfaces cover the dashboard, the seats can be optioned in premium leather, and even the door panels feel sturdy and well built. There are clever storage spaces everywhere, from deep cup holders to underseat storage bins, catering to both everyday commuters and those who use this as a workhorse. The rear seats are spacious enough for adults, and BYD clearly prioritized comfort with good legroom, supportive cushioning, and even rear air vents for climate control. The panoramic sunroof adds an airy feeling, making the cabin feel more open. Tech lovers will appreciate the wireless phone charging pad, multiple USB ports, and a high-quality sound system that makes long drives more enjoyable. Sitting inside the Shark 6, it becomes obvious that BYD doesn't just want to compete, they want to impress. But of course, a truck is nothing without its performance, and this is where the Shark 6 makes a strong statement. Under the hood, the truck rides on BYD's latest platform designed for pickups, and it's available in multiple powertrains. The highlight is the plug-in hybrid version, which combines turbocharged gasoline engine with BYD's advanced electric motor system. Together, they deliver strong horsepower and torque figures that rival traditional diesel trucks, but with smoother, quieter operation. For city driving, the electric motor alone can handle daily commutes, giving you the benefit of zero-emission travel. On the highway, the hybrid system blends seamlessly, giving you the extra power when you need it, such as for overtaking or towing. Speaking of towing, the Shark 6 is no lightweight. Its towing capacity is impressive, putting it in direct competition with established mid-size trucks. Off-road, the dual-motor setup in some versions gives you excellent traction, and the suspension is tuned to handle rough surfaces with confidence. Now let's talk about price, because this is where things get very interesting. BYD has been extremely competitive when it comes to pricing, and the Shark 6 continues that tradition. Depending on the trim and configuration, the price lands noticeably lower than many rivals, especially when you factor in the tech, the electrified powertrain, and the features included as standard. You're not being asked to pay a premium just to drive something futuristic. BYD is positioning this as a realistic choice for buyers who might otherwise look at a Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, or Isuzu D-Max. For markets outside of China, BYD's strategy is clear: offer more value for less money, without cutting corners on quality. Considering the package, it's safe to say the Shark 6 could easily disrupt established players. That's our deep dive into the 2026 BYD Shark 6. What do you think? Is this the truck you'd consider over the more traditional options? Would you be willing to put your trust in BYD as your daily driver and workhorse? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this review and want to see more in-depth looks at the latest cars and trucks, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Car Auto Tune-Up, and ring the bell so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.